Come to the third rule. So second rule is regarding objective form is when the pronoun comes before or after an infinitive, that particular pronoun must be in the objective form. The third rule is when the pronoun appears after a preposition. We'll go for prepositions in detail later. You know what a preposition is. Pre means before. Position you know. So any word that comes before a noun and tells us about the position of the noun is called a preposition. Like in, on, at, by, for, from, to, between, among, before, after. All these are prepositions. So when a pronoun comes after preposition, that particular pronoun must be in the objective form. That is the rule. Come to the statement now. All right, I'll tell you. I apostrophe LL is a short form of I will. All right, I'll tell you. But it should stay among dash 3. Now, among dash 3 or between dash 3? You know when to use among, when to use between. Between can be used only when there are two entities. Among can be used only when there are more than two entities. If I say, I have distributed the sweets between two friends. I have distributed the sweets among three friends. I have distributed the sweets dash Ram, Sam and Tom. Between or among? Three persons are here, Ram, Sam, Tom. Ram, Sam and Tom. I have distributed the sweets between Ram, Sam and Tom. Because if the names are mentioned, no matter how many entities are there, whether two or more than two, it's always between. So names are mentioned here. So I have distributed the sweets between Ram, Sam and Tom. We'll go for all these in detail in prepositions. So if there are two entities, between, more than two, among, and if the names are mentioned, no matter how many entities are there, it must always be between. When do we use each other and when do we use one another? Each other can be used only when there are two entities. One another can be used only when there are more than two entities. The two friends met each other at the party. The three friends met one another at the party. So between and each other are for two. Among and one another are for more than two. Here it says 3, so among dash 3 is correct. Alright, I'll tell you, but it should stay among dash 3. Among is a preposition. This blank must be filled with a pronoun. And in this sentence, the pronoun is coming after the preposition. As I said, any pronoun that comes after a preposition must be in the objective form. In this sentence, the pronoun is coming after the preposition. It must be in the objective form. And us is objective, we is subjective. Eliminated. It must be among us 3. Getting it? I'll take you to the previous statements once again. A car is bought by dash. I said them. The simple reason, well, many reasons I gave actually. 2 or 3 I gave. One more reason. By is a preposition. And in this sentence, the pronoun is coming after the preposition. It must be in the objective form. Them is objective. One more I gave somewhere here. Yeah. The car is driven by her. By is a preposition. The pronoun is coming after it. It must be in the objective form. I said her is objective here and not possessive. If I say, I love you too, or I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. Now, active voice. Love is V1. The subject here is I. Then verb is love. Object is you. So I love you too. You in this sentence is in the subjective form or objective form. You is both subjective and objective. In this sentence, the pronoun you is subject to objective. The sentence is in the active voice. Subject, verb, object. In this sentence, the pronoun is acting as the object. In the active voice, the object must be in which form? Objective form. In the active voice, the object must be in the objective form. So in this sentence, the pronoun you is in the objective form. That is based on the rule. If you have any doubt, you replace you with another pronoun. I love him too. Him is objective. I love her too. Her is objective. I love them too. Them is objective. If I say, please give the chocolate to dash to. Please give the chocolate. Yeah, I'll write it here. Please give the chocolate to dash to. Options are I, me. Now, many rules are there, what we discussed. Please give the chocolate to you too. This sentence is in the active voice. If I say please in the sense like you please. Please come means you please come. You please give the chocolate to dash to. The sentence is in the active voice. The simple reason is the verb here is give V1. V1 will never come in the passive voice. So order of this statement is subject, verb, object, active voice. And in this sentence, now I am receiving the action. So me becomes the objective. Subject, verb, object, active voice. Now, please give the chocolate to dash to, TW. Options are I, me. This blank must be filled with a pronoun. Subject, verb, object, active voice. And in this sentence, the pronoun is acting as the object. Active voice, object must be in which form? In the active voice, the subject will be in the subjective form and the object will be in the objective form. This sentence is in the active voice, and in this sentence the pronoun is acting as the object. It must be in the objective form. Me is objective, so it must be me too. That is one reason. The simple reason is to is a preposition. And in this sentence, the pronoun is coming after the preposition. Any pronoun that comes after, the third rule in objective form, any pronoun that comes after preposition must be in the objective form. Me is objective, so it must be me. Getting it? Yeah, different rules. Come to the next one. Between you and dash, comma, there is nothing to hide. Between is a preposition. And in this sentence, we have two pronouns coming after the preposition. One is you and the other one is this blank. So we have two pronouns coming after the preposition. Now I said any pronoun that comes after preposition must be in the objective form. We have two pronouns coming after the preposition. So both the pronouns must be in the objective form. Me is objective. So between you and me, there is nothing to hide. You is both subjective and objective. I say in this sentence, you is in the objective form because it is coming after a preposition. Getting it? The next one. Understand the meaning as well. Now, if you are in the case of pronouns, if you are able to understand the meaning of a sentence, you can easily get the answers. This cake is for you and dash. For is a preposition. And in this sentence as well, we have two pronouns coming after the preposition. One is you and the other one is a blank. Any pronoun coming after preposition must be in the objective form. So this blank must be filled with an objective pronoun. Him is objective. So this cake is for you and him. Right? So these are the three situations where we need to use the objective pronouns. First situation is sentence in the passive voice acting as a doer. Second situation is sentence when the pronoun comes before or after an infinitive. The third situation is when the pronoun comes after preposition. So we discussed three rules in the subjective form, three rules in the objective form. Clear? Come to the statement now. She is senior to dash. Options are he, him. I'll come back to the statement. Before that, I've gone for some words here. Younger, stronger, taller, higher, older, more beautiful, superior, inferior, senior, junior. Our task is, we're going to fill these blanks with than or to. We're going to fill these blanks with than or to. Now, come to this. Younger dash. Younger to is a wrong usage. It's always younger than. I'll tell you why. Stronger than, taller than, higher than, older than. Now, elder in fact cannot be followed by than or to. He is my elder brother is okay. She is my elder sister is okay. It's older than. Older to is a wrong usage. I'll tell you this. Superior to, junior to, senior to, inferior to, More beautiful, options are than or to. More beautiful than is a correct usage. More beautiful to is a wrong usage. Is more beautiful than. Now the rule is this. Now ER words are more words. ER words means stronger, taller, sharper. More words means more beautiful, more handsome, more intelligent. ER words and more words are termed as comparative degree adjectives. We'll discuss adjectives in the adjectives next. These words are called comparative degree adjectives because we use these words only when we compare two entities. ER words and more words can be used only when a comparison is brought about between two entities. Now these ER words and more words are called comparative degree adjectives. Now the rule is this. ER words and more words will be followed by than. OR words will be followed by to. OR words means senior, junior, superior, inferior. So ER words and more words, comparative degree adjectives followed by than. OR words followed by to. Younger is ER. Younger, stronger, taller, higher, older. More beautiful is a more word. So ER words and more words followed by than. OR words. Superior is OR. Inferior, junior, senior. All these are OR. And OR words will be followed by to. This is the rule. So ER words and more words, comparative degree adjectives followed by than, OR words followed by to. Clear? Now as I said, if it is an ER word or more word, it must be than. And if it is than, the pronoun must be in the subjective form. OR words will be followed by to. And if it is to, the pronoun must be in the objective form. So the rule is ER words and more words than subjective pronoun, OR words to objective pronoun. Clear? Come to the examples I gave to the first rule in the subjective form. Yeah. The second rule in the subjective form. Come to the first one. He is cleverer than dash. The answer is she, I said. Cleverer is an ER word. And ER words will be followed by than. So cleverer than is correct. And if it is than, the pronoun must be in the subjective form. She is subjective. So ER word than subjective pronoun grammatically correct. Come to the next one. They are more intelligent than dash. More intelligent is a more word followed by than. And if it is than, the pronoun must be in the subjective form. We is subjective, so more word than subjective pronoun grammatically correct. Come to next one. I am more studious than dash. More studious is a more word followed by than subjective pronoun grammatically correct. This is another reason. So one sentence has got many rules in it. Now come to the statement that I read earlier. She is senior to dash. Senior is an OR word. And OR words will be followed by to. Right. And if it is to, the pronoun must be in the objective form. So senior is an OR word followed by to. So pronoun must be in the objective form. Him is objective. So the answer must be him. So she is senior to him. OR word to objective pronoun grammatically correct. So never go by guesswork. Always go by the rules. Come to this one. We prefer coffee dash tea. The options are than to. I said ER words will be followed by than. But I said ER words. That means comparative degree adjectives will be followed by than. That is why I said. If it is a comparative degree adjective, we can separate ER from that word. Younger is young plus ER. Stronger is strong plus ER. Taller is tall plus ER. Higher is high plus ER. Old is old plus ER. Is there anything like pref plus ER? No. So prefer is not a comparative degree adjective. So this rule is not applicable on the word prefer because it's not a comparative degree adjective. This rule is only for comparative degree adjectives. We prefer coffee to tea. From this sentence, identify the part of speech of prefer. The we is a pronoun, coffee is a noun, to is also a noun, tea is also a noun, to is a preposition. We is a pronoun, coffee is a noun, tea is also a noun, to is a preposition. There's only one word left in the sentence, that is prefer, that has to be a verb. Because there are no sentences in English without a verb. So prefer is not a comparative degree adjective, prefer is a verb. And the rule is this: the verb prefer will be followed by to. This is the rule. The verb prefer will be followed by to. So we prefer coffee to tea. This rule is regarding comparative degree adjectives. Getting it? Come to these statements. They don't like dash teaching. Dash singing is liked by us. Come to the first one. They don't like dash teaching. Options are he, him, his. Teaching is an ing word. In this sentence, teaching is a noun or a verb. I told you at the beginning of subject-verb agreement. If it is a verb, there will be an auxiliary verb in front of it, like is teaching, are teaching, am teaching, was teaching, were teaching, has been teaching, have been teaching, have had been teaching, etc. There is no auxiliary verb in front of teaching, so teaching is not a verb here. I told you how to identify the noun in a sentence. To identify the noun in a sentence, we need to ask only one question word, that is what. If you are getting the answer to the question what, that becomes the noun in the sentence. And we can ask the question what based only on the words given in the sentence. They don't like dash teaching. What don't they like? What don't they like? The answer is teaching. So we are getting the answer to the question what as teaching. So teaching becomes a noun here. Teaching is an ing word. Any ing word acting as a noun is called a gerund. So teaching becomes a gerund here. Clear? Now the rule is this. The pronoun that appears in front of a gerund must be in the possessive form. The pronoun that comes in front of a gerund must be in the possessive form. Teaching is a gerund here because what don't they like answers teaching. Teaching becomes a noun. An ing word acting as noun is called a gerund. So teaching is called a gerund here. And in this statement, the pronoun is coming before the gerund. I told you the pronoun that comes before a gerund must be in the possessive form. So this blank must be filled with a possessive pronoun undoubtedly. Based on that, he is eliminated. He is subjective. Him is eliminated. Him is objective. The answer must be his. His is possessive. So they don't like his teaching. His teaching, my teaching, your teaching, her teaching, their teaching, our teaching, etc. The next one. Dash singing is liked by us. Singing is an ing word. If it is a verb, there will be an auxiliary verb in front of it, like is singing, are singing, am singing, was singing, were singing, etc. There is no auxiliary verb in front of singing. Singing is not a verb here. Now asking the question what? What is liked by us? Singing. What is liked by us? The answer is singing. We're getting the answer to the question what as singing. So singing becomes a noun here. Singing is an ing word. Any ing word acting as a noun is called a gerund. So singing becomes a gerund here. And in this sentence, the pronoun is coming before the gerund. So it must be in the possessive form. Based on that, the first option, she is eliminated. She is subject. Gone. Come to the last one. HCR apostrophe S. I told you earlier, there's nothing in English like HCR apostrophe S. So this is eliminated. Now we have two options left, her and hers. Her and hers both are possessive. Her and hers both are possessive. Now we need to find out whether it must be her or hers. I told you this rule, when to use S, when not to use S with the possessive pronouns. What is the rule? When there is a noun after the possessive pronoun, no S with the pronoun. When there is no noun after the possessive pronoun, S with the pronoun. This is regarding when to use S, when not to use S with the possessive pronouns. This blank must be filled with a possessive pronoun. Do we have a noun after it? Yes. Singing is a noun. So we have a noun after the possessive pronoun. So no S with the pronoun. Based on that, hers is eliminated. The answer must be her. Her singing is liked by us. Her singing, my singing, your singing, his singing, their singing, etc. So any pronoun that comes in front of a gerund must be in the possessive form. Getting it? Now, the pronouns who and whom have a rule of their own. Who is subjective? I gave in the list of subjective pronouns. Whom is objective? I gave in the list of objective pronouns. As who is subjective, who can be used only to refer to a subject that is a doer. That means if a sentence talks about a doer subject, it must be who. I'll give you examples. Whom is objective. As it is objective, whom can be used only to refer to an object, and that is a receiver. So if a sentence talks about an object receiver, it must be whom. Actually, especially in the case of pronouns, if you're able to understand the meaning of a sentence, you can get the answers easily in no time. I repeat, if a sentence talks about a subject doer, it must be who. If a sentence talks about an object receiver, it must be whom. Now come to these sentences. Come to the first two. You have to fill in with who or whom. Dash has spoken to you, question mark. Dash did you speak to, question mark. The options are who, whom. Come to the first one. Dash has spoken to you. Understand the meaning. Dash has spoken to you means you did the action or received the action? Received the action. Dash has spoken to you means this blank stands for the person that has spoken to you. That means this blank stands for the person that did the action or received the action? Did the action. Doer. And doer means subject. Subject means it must be who. So statement must be who has spoken to you. Come a second one. Understand the meaning. Dash did you speak to. Dash did you speak to means you did the action or received the action? Did the action. You spoke to a person. So you did the action. You spoke to a person. So that person becomes a receiver or doer or receiver? Receiver. Dash did you speak to means this blank stands for the person you spoke to. That means this blank stands for the person that received the action. Receiver means object. Object means it must be whom. So whom did you speak to? Clear? The next one. Dash loves you. Dash loves you means you are doing the action or receiving the action? Receiving the action. Dash loves you means this blank stands for the person that loves you. That means this blank stands for the person that does the action. Doer means subject. Subject means it must be who loves you. Come to the next one. Dash do you love. Dash do you love means you are doing the action or receiving the action? You love a person. That means you are doing the action. You love a person, so that person becomes a receiver. Dash do you love means this blank stands for the person you love. So this blank stands for the person that is receiving the action. Receiver means object. Object means it must be whom. So whom do you love? Get it? Come on, next one. Dash will I teach if not you. Understand the meaning. Dash will I teach means I will do the action or receive the action? I will do the action because I teach. I will teach a person. So that person does the action or receives the action? Receives the action. Dash will I teach means this blank stands for the person I am going to teach. So this blank stands for the person that is going to receive the action. Receiver means object. Object means it must be whom. So whom will I teach if not you? Whom will I teach if not you means I will teach you. Whom will I teach if not you means I will teach you. That's the meaning. I'll come back to it. Come to the next one. Dash will teach me if not you. Dash will teach me means I am going to receive the action because someone is going to teach me. So I am going to receive the action. Dash will teach me means this blank stands for the person that is going to teach me. So this blank stands for the person that is going to do the action. Doer means subject. Subject means it must be who. So who will teach me if not you? Who will teach me if not you means you will teach me. You compare these two sentences. Whom will I teach if not you means I will teach you. Who will teach me if not you means you will teach me. So both are grammatically fine. The meanings are just the opposite action. I will teach you, you will teach me. Getting it? Come to the next one. Fill in with who or whom. Understand the meanings of these two statements. The person dash I had met fooled me. This blank stands for the person. The person dash I had met, comma, fooled me. According to the sentence, the action related to the person is the person fooled me. The person dash I had met fooled me means the blank stands for the person, and according to the sentence, the action related to the person is the person fooled me. The person fooled me means the person did the action or received the action? Did the action. Doer means subject. Subject means it must be who. So person who I had met, comma, fooled me. That means the meaning of this statement is the person fooled me. Clear? The next one. The person dash I had met yesterday, comma, got killed. This blank stands for the person. The person dash I had met yesterday got killed. According to the sentence, the action related to the person is the person got killed. The person got killed. So got killed is an action related to the person. The person got killed means the person did the action or received the action? Received the action. Receiver means object. Object means it must be whom. So the person whom I had met, comma, got killed. So meaning is the person got killed. The person got killed means the person received the action. Receiver means object. Object means it must be whom. Right? So this is about the usage of who and whom. Everything depends on your understanding of the sentence. Right? Now come to these pronouns. I gave these as a separate rule in subject-verb agreement. Who, whom, that, which are called relative pronouns. The rule that we discussed regarding relative pronouns in subject-verb agreement is focus on the noun that comes immediately before relative pronoun, the verb that comes immediately after it. Those two must be in agreement with each other. That means if that noun is singular, that verb must also be singular. If that noun is plural, that verb must also be plural. Now as you know, who and whom are used to refer to persons, which can be used to refer to everything except persons. I mean, this can be used for animals, birds, non-living things. That can be used to refer to everything except persons. That can be used to refer to persons, non-living things, animals, birds, in fact, everything. So which can be, who can be used to refer to, who and whom can be used to refer to persons, which can be used to refer to everything except persons, non-living things, animals, birds, everything. That can be used to refer to persons, non-living things, animals, birds, in fact, everything. So the noun that comes before who and whom must be a person. The noun that comes before which can be anything except persons or everything except persons. The noun that comes before that can be persons, non-living things, animals, birds, in fact, everything. Right? Come to these sentences now. Yeah, we'll go for the rule. In the exercise part, we'll go for examples on that rule. I'll give you many examples during the exercise, while doing the exercise. Now, SCLF and SCLVES pronouns. We add SCLF and SCLVES to pronouns. SCLF is added to singular pronouns. SCLVES is added to plural pronouns. Singular pronouns means myself, herself, himself, itself. Plural pronouns means themselves, ourselves. Now it must be yourself or yourselves, which is correct. Now I say both are correct, because the pronoun you is both singular and plural. If I'm referring to one person, it must be yourself. More than one must be yourselves. Both are correct. Now there is nothing like SCLFS. Sometimes the error will be like this. It must be SCLF or SCLVES. SCLF or SCLVES pronouns are termed as compound personal pronouns. Now, compound personal pronouns can be divided into two. One is reflexive and the other one is emphatic. You know what is meant by reflexive? Reflecting means getting back to us, coming back to us. Emphatic means like giving emphasis, focusing on, stressing on, concentrating on, etc. I have gone for two sentences here. Come to the first one. She has hurt herself. The second one, she can do it herself. Herself is a compound personal pronoun because SCLF is there. Now in the first sentence, she has hurt herself. I say that herself is a reflexive pronoun. Whereas in the second sentence, she can do it herself. I say that herself is an emphatic pronoun. Right? Come to the first one. She has hurt herself. If I say, I'm walking. I hit against the chair. I hurt myself. Right? Who did the action? I did the action. Who received the action? I received the action. That means that the action done by me reflected on me. When the action done by the subject reflects on the subject, it is termed as reflexive. That means in the case of reflexive, the doer and the receiver will be the same person. Come to the first sentence once again. Understand the meaning? She has hurt herself. Who did the action? She did the action. Who received the action? She received the action. The doer and the receiver is the same person. Herself becomes a reflexive pronoun. Getting it? The second one. She can do it himself. Now can is for ability. She can do it herself means she does not require the help of anybody else. She has the ability to do it herself. So in this statement, the complete focus is only on the subject. When the complete focus is only on the subject, it is termed as emphatic. Now anyway, you can easily find out, there will not be any question asked us to find out whether it is reflexive or emphatic. There will not be any such question. You can easily find out whether it is reflexive or not. When the doer and the receiver is the same person, it is called reflexive. So you can easily find out whether it is reflexive or not. If it is not reflexive, it must be emphatic. That's it. Naturally, every sentence must make sense. If I say, can I change yourselves? No. I cannot come inside you and change. I can change you. I can never change yourselves. You cannot change myself. You cannot come inside me and change. You cannot change myself. You can change me. So I can change you. You can change me. I can change myself. You can change yourselves. Makes sense. If I make up my mind, I can change myself. If you make up your mind, you can change yourself. So I can change you. You can change me. I can change myself. You can change yourselves. I teach you or I teach yourselves. I cannot teach yourselves. I teach you. I teach you. You teach me. I teach myself. You teach yourselves. I help you. I cannot help yourselves. I help you. You help me. I help myself. You help yourselves. Every sentence must make sense. Now, in the word, regarding the word enjoy or enjoyed, if there is a mention about enjoyed, there must be mention about what we enjoyed. If I say, I have enjoyed at the party. Okay, I enjoyed at the party. I enjoyed at the party. From this statement, what I enjoyed? You cannot say party because I said I enjoyed at the party. So in this statement, what I enjoyed is not mentioned. If there is a mention about enjoyed, there must be mention about what we enjoyed. I enjoyed myself at the party. Completely fine. He enjoyed himself at the party. Completely fine. They enjoyed themselves at the party. We enjoyed ourselves at the party. You enjoyed yourselves at the party. All these are correct. I have enjoyed the party. Correct? Yeah. What I enjoyed? The party. That is completely fine. I have enjoyed the movie. That means what I enjoyed? The movie. I have enjoyed the party. I have enjoyed the function. I have enjoyed the movie. All these are fine. So there must be mention about what we enjoyed in the case of the word enjoyed. So SCLF and SCLVES pronouns are called compound personal pronouns. Now come to these pronouns. This, that, these, those. These are termed as demonstrative pronouns. Now they're called demonstrative pronouns because we use these pronouns only when we demonstrate something, refer to something in specific, like this book, that book, these books, those books, etc. That's why they're termed as demonstrative pronouns. Now this and that are singular, these and those are plural. Right? This and that are singular, these and those are plural. This and these are for something that is nearby, like this chair, these chairs. Whereas that and those are for something that is at a distance, like that chair, those chairs, etc. So this and that are singular, these and those are plural. This and these are for something that is nearby, that and those are for something that is at a distance. If I go for some usages, some commonly made errors, like if I write I'll go for it here. This boys, these boy, that boys, those boy. Which of these is our correct usages? That's my question. I say all are wrong usages. Now, as I told you, this and that are singular. This and that are singular, right? These and those are plural. This and that are singular, these and those are plural. As this and that are singular, the noun along with this and that must also be singular. As this and that are singular, the noun along with this and that must also be singular. As these and those are plural, the noun along with these and those must also be plural. So this and that are singular, the noun along with this and that must also be singular. These and those are plural, the noun along with these and those must also be plural. Now come to what I wrote there. This boys, this is a singular pronoun, the noun along with it must also be singular. So this boys is wrong, it must be this boy. These boy is wrong. These is plural, the noun along with it must also be plural, so it must be these boys. That boys, wrong. That is singular, the noun along with it must also be singular, so it must be that boy. Those boy is wrong. Those is a plural pronoun, so noun along with it must also be plural, so it must be those boys. This boy, these boys, that boy, those boys, all these are correct. This kind, these kinds, those kinds, that kind. This type, these types, that type, those types. So this is a rule regarding demonstrative pronouns. So these are rules we need to know in the topic pronouns as far as our examination is concerned. Now when you look for an error based on pronouns, the main thing you need to look for is pronoun antecedent. This is a very important concept when it comes to reading comprehension. Parajumbles is one of the important concepts in parajumbles as well. Reading comprehension, parajumbles, closed test, fill in the blanks, spotting the error, and sentence improvement questions. We can eliminate some options based on this concept. We have discussed many concepts like pronoun antecedent, redundancy, then double negation. Now these concepts, pronoun antecedent, redundancy, double negation, all these will surely help us a lot while approaching all types of verbal questions. Similarly, so as I said, this concept, pronoun antecedent, will surely help us while approaching all types of verbal questions. A-N-T-E, anti. Now A-N-T-I, anti means against or opposite. A-N-T-E, anti is the same as pre. Pre means before. Now pronoun antecedent means every pronoun must refer to a noun before it. Without a noun, we cannot have a pronoun. First comes a noun, then comes a pronoun. So every pronoun can refer to a noun before it. A singular pronoun can refer only to a singular noun, and a plural pronoun can refer only to a plural noun. That is the concept of pronoun antecedent. Singular pronoun to a singular noun, plural pronoun to a plural noun. Now when you go for a question or a sentence, first identify the subject in the sentence. Now when you find a pronoun, to be very precise, when you find a pronoun, just see to which noun that particular pronoun refers to. If that noun is singular, that pronoun must also be singular. If that noun is plural, that pronoun must also be plural. Thinking about this will surely help us eliminate options. And when you go for a question or any sentence, you first identify the subject in the sentence. Everything else in the sentence depends on the subject. If the subject is singular, the verb must also be singular. Subject-verb agreement. If the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. The pronoun must also be singular. It's always singular subject, singular verb, singular pronoun. Similarly, if the subject is plural, the verb must be plural. The pronoun must also be plural. Singular subject, singular verb, singular pronoun. Plural subject, plural verb, plural pronoun. So these, if you focus on these three, we can find out the errors in sentences, right? So this concept, pronoun antecedent, will surely help us a lot. This concept, pronoun antecedent, as I said, will be of a lot of help to us while approaching all types of verbal questions. First, we'll go for a grammar exercise on this. Then we'll think about the application of this concept while approaching questions like parajumbles, reading comprehension. So that's it, what we need to know on pronouns. In the topic pronouns or on pronouns, both are the same. So we have gone for the rules in detail. We'll go for an exercise on this based only on these rules. So that's it about pronouns. Clear? Thank you.